Absolutely. Some slightly more than others, but like you'd be hard pushed to look at any of these matches and say that doesn't really matter too much. All of these races are going to be they're just going to be barn burners, and we're about to get our first one underway. So Flag versus Tuff, and we're off.
Here we go. All right, both checking out this empty room. So far, so exciting.
Flag's a bit behind,
but I'm
me.
going broadsword. Broadsword. Ooh, okay. Everybody's favorite. I can feel my wallet hurting a little bit already. Uh-oh. There is a cracked wall upstairs. We'll see if they get it. It is not great. I don't even know if I'd go for the transmute, personally. But then again, I also always forget to get the Ring of Wonder when I see a Ring of Becoming. So.
Man, that was just heartbreaking watching that run yesterday. Every single time.
I do it every time. No, it's fine. Like, I'm not even bothered by it. Chat was so much more bothered than I was, because I always blow it every time. Triggered. Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, so there's an interesting decision from Flag. He managed to get a cheese early, so he decided, I might as well blood transmute, and he ends up with a titanium spear, so probably in a better situation, but he's probably going to regret it.
There's a delicious weapon for Tuff as he picks up the obsidian rapier. I was gonna give Flag some credit for picking up for swapping away from that frost dagger. But yeah, now it's Tuff, and he's gotta keep pace. The only real difference here is that glass torch.
Yeah, which it can be a blessing and a curse. Ultimately, whites can get really nasty. Generally, you're probably looking to shatter that before you hit zone 4.
Yeah. It's not great in zone 4 because those little ghost jerks are pretty terrible. Unless you find yourself an Azar charm, of course.
Yeah, if you find yourself an Azar charm, then it's just no problem at all.
Yeah. Okay. Hence why the characters that start with Nazar Charm, you're always looking for that glass.
Exactly. Just give yourself the extra mapping. Flag's going to be the first one down onto the Zone 1 boss. There was a Blood Shrine, but no bomb to actually get the Ring of Regen. That's going to be a bit of a miss. I didn't see where Tufwfo got this compass from, though.
Yeah, I also missed that. Flag not realizing that was not one of the lunge strat deep blues, and he could go and kill the king now to go a little faster, but it looks like he's maybe a little spooked and just wants to clean up the rest of these enemies, allowing Tuff to sort of leapfrog him and go ahead.
Yeah,
neither already to 2-2.
Yeah, neither racer actually picked up an item after that boss. Both of them lost their multiplier. The simple way to remember deep blues is if you've got a rapier that has enough damage to kill the king, then it has to be either the 4th pawn, the 8th pawn, or any pawn opening that goes towards the middle. That's the easy way to remember it. If it's not one of those, then don't do it. Just go row 2.
4th pawn, 8th pawn, or anything traveling towards the middle. So if it was
or
like
any
number
pawn
1,
traveling towards the middle, yeah. If it went 1, 2,
night openings
3,
are bad.
fine.
Oh baby.
Oh baby!
What a find by Flag. Now he is behind, but he has got one of the greatest combos in this game. Did he transmute to get that?
He did. He transmuted to find the Ring of
I am
Mana.
eating my words hard right now about that transmute spell. Because he has used it to some pretty great effect this run, and my goodness, just watch how fast he catches up here. Yeah. Guaranteed.
So it's not going to be a concern at all. Just has to be a little bit careful here. It doesn't look like he's going the right way. Generally in Zone 2, you just, where you spawn, you want to look at the walls around you, and you just want to try digging through some of them, because generally your exit's going to be on the other side.
Yeah, fairly surprising poor choice of going the wrong way and not just digging through there. That is quite surprising for somebody at Flag's level. But
yeah, Flag's been around a while now. He's not an unseasoned racer, so we'll need to see how he catches up, because I mean Flag now has a 3-floor lead essentially.
Yeah, surprising. Tuff. Tuff is keeping his lead. That's okay. He's doing a pretty good job keeping that lead, considering he's up against Mana Shield. But Mana Shield also comes into play pretty awesome in Zone 4.
Yeah, Zone 4, you're going to see... you should see Flag make up a lot of time when he hits Zone 4. You're just able to shield over whether it's traps or through enemies. It's just going to be... It's going to be great to watch. But, again...
Yep. Flag has been losing his multiplier a lot, and taking a little bit of damage here and there. He's got to really be careful. I mean, Tuff has still got quite a big lead here, doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think one of the things both of these guys were saying before the race kicked off was neither had particularly strong practice. So maybe a little bit of that coming into play, a bit of the psychological effects. Having some bad practice, it can really get to you. But here we go. Sure. Flag with the catch up, just behind Tuff now.
Yeah. Now, pointed out in chat, Crow was saying that, that Compass putting in work in Zone 3, maybe making it a little bit less of a serious catch-up from Flag, with Tuff having that Compass. Tuff opting not to get that Telemonkey. I mean, being at half a heart, it's pretty spooky. He's going to want to check these crates, see if he finds any goodies. Maybe, well, you're not transmuting gold, that's for sure.
Unfortunately not. If only.
I don't know. I think that'd be pretty bad.
That'd be pretty bad, yeah.
Well, you used to be able to transmute bombs that you laid. I don't know if you remember those days.
I think it was just before I started playing, but I'm aware of the fact it was a thing.
It was a pretty bad thing. Pretty universally just a terrible idea. So, all right, well, now we're definitely going to see the huge difference here in the fact that Tuff's got to play kind of safe with only half a heart. Flag's got, almost infinite health.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't forget to pop that spell.
Yeah, like there's just no concern in the world. All he's really got to look out for is getting trapped on a goo pile and then not being able to move.
Yeah, lack of shoes is going to be an issue, and he doesn't have a bomb, so that does mean that he's not. Oh, and those shoes are not the ones he wants. But without having a bomb, you're if you get trapped on goo, you could be screwed. Never mind, he's got bombs.
He's got bombs. He's popped his
shoes. This is kind
dear.
of scary though. You can. It's hard to keep track of how much time you've got left on your shield when you're pushing through that hard with the what's that thing? Heart transplant.
Yeah, that's the one.
So you gotta really be careful.
Yeah, that's it.
But as you can see, still just piling through. I mean, Tuff is keeping reasonable pace, but those boss rooms are really where the issues come in. Where Flag can just kind of smash through everything. Tuff's gonna have to sort of delicately pick apart all the enemies. Again, being very careful of his minimal health.
Yeah, and like only having half a heart is so awful. It's tricky to say what to go for here. Okay, he's gonna go for floaty boots.
I like that.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe
ring of regen.
Ring of regen.
Okay. I think you. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
that worked out
nice transmute though. You might as well take that fireball. Transmute has done its job. Let's go. Now we'll see if he can gain. That was a nice set of farming there. It was certainly necessary, but I mean, Flag's almost down to his Dead Ringer fight.
Almost.
Did find a, that was what, a crypt wall, what do you call that thing? Not a potion.
A vault.
The vault. Yeah, I think that was a vault. Based on,
yeah, it was. You could see the enemies jumping around in there. They weren't too happy.
No, I mean, it's pretty cramped. Probably smells kind of bad, too. So some nice luring strats from Flag. I think having just enough time to actually effectively do the luring strats without too much concern. And
a solid end to the Dead Ringer fight as well. Just standing in place, battering the wall with his shovel with his shield spell up.
Love it. I do love that you can dig buffer on, or I guess shovel buffer on the gong, just to sort of,
yeah, that's
hammer on
nice.
The gong for a while. Okay, a little spoopy there for Tuff. Takes a bit of damage. It's a good thing he got that health up, and he's gonna be onto the Necrodancer too. He's got 3 bombs. So he's not going to be able to spawn minimize as much, and he's already pretty far behind from Flag, so it looks like Flag does maybe have this one.
Yeah, it looks like Flag should have this wrapped up. 2 hits down on the Necrodancer. Like you said, Tuff's not going to be able to spawn minimize. With his armor, he did have a 2x multiplier there. I think you maybe consider just taking that 3rd bomb hit. Every second counts in a situation like this.
It is always hype to have a Necrodancer v Necrodancer in a race. I am always happy to see that. And with a bad teleport, that did make that a little closer. Tuff actually got down to 2 hits left on the Necrodancer by the time Flag finished. So that was super close. And yeah, that was we got a couple dot duns here. Let's see. It was 836 to an 846. So a 10-second difference. That's not a lot when it comes down to a 8.5-minute race.
Yeah, it's really not much at all. So credit to Tuff for keeping pace with that mana shield through Zone 4. Flag did have a couple of really nasty Necrodancer teleports as well, but a good race, and I think it's the kind of race you can both take confidence from. Even if you lose, you were behind by 10 seconds up against what is a better build by a fair way.
100%. And I think the story of that race was definitely that mana shield, which of course was Flag did a little bit extra shopping around, got himself a mana shield, and even though it didn't get him past him until late Zone 4, it still did the trick. Tuff having to slow play a little bit of Zone 4 there and giving Flag the win.
Yeah, so a good race. They're both going to be looking to take some confidence into the second one. We'll need to see who pulls out the win. Let me just have a quick look at how these guys are sitting in EU. So Tuff's currently 3rd with 8 points. Flag is 6th with 5. So, but that's not including that latest win there. So he's actually on 6. So Flag could draw level with Tuff on 8 points. I'm not sure how many races each racer has left this week.
Tuff would have 1 more remaining, and Flag has 2 more remaining. So Flag's actually sitting in a pretty decent spot, and if he can take another win off of Tuff, he's really got a nice. Then yeah, he's got a whole game in hand, which can really matter. So Flag's actually looking pretty good, despite what the standings look like.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the first of his 3 races in this final week. So his destiny, I don't think it's entirely in his own hands, but he could certainly put himself into a pretty nice position. If he does end up tied with Tuff, just depending on how other races go, then he's going to have the advantage of the head-to-head record against him. So he would pip him to a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a possible 9 points to gain here, so he could presumably get into first.
Exactly.
Depending on how Stakes races go, he will be up against Stake as well.
That's going to be a toughie. It's nice to see a little bit of Danish-Swedish rivalry as well.
Oh yeah, no, those guys,
those
Scandinavia,
those damn Swedes.
All right, well, wise choice on not eating the ham as Flag finds a Ring of Regen, as does Tuff, but Tuff does not have that ham anymore.
No,
and it's always good to have that ham.
Yeah, especially it looks like he took a bump hit there. Going to swap out the broadsword for the longsword. It's definitely a bit safer. I'm not sure there's any kind of speed difference between either of them.
Oh, Tuff just got so lucky there with that zombie position. If that zombie moved 1 forward, he was not going to be able to move out of the way of that Minotaur, and he would have died.
Yeah, that's the worst. I hate these exit rooms so much because a Minotaur will just come down and it'll just ruin your day, and you only have that one way in.
1-3, it's so bad.
It's the worst. Please, Ryan, for the love of God, please.
No, I love it. It's just the ends of zones are so hard. Like the boss rooms of the whatever zone 3 is just always traditionally quite terrible.
True, but zone 1's even more so. It's like, hey, here's some tier 3 walls that you absolutely will not be able to dig through unless you get super duper lucky. Those
zone 1 crypt walls can be real trolly, especially if you're playing as Coda or I guess Arya.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Tuff got courage from the purple chest in the zone 1 boss. Flag's going to grab the same thing. So that's
pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
This is a very, very nice build now. A 3 damage longsword with the additional safety lunge of the courage. It's really good. Yeah. Of course, Coral Rift is the biggest issue because courage on Coral Rift is kind of trolly. As we were seeing there when killing those mud monsters, you slide right into the mud. So you have to be really careful not to slide into the mud and take an instant dunk. But both our racers did survive just fine.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
The other nice thing is courage can stack with so many other weapons as well. It's kind of like finding the Ring of Might or getting a strength charm where you get that additional hope, baby. Not going for it. I don't know. That's a hard call. Wow, Flag really pushing through there and taking a lot of damage, but he did eat that ham. I mean, Ring of Mana, and Flag does go for it. I like it. I like the Ring of Mana Fireball as long as he's sure to use it. We have
okay. Yeah, I think you're
swapping back to the Ring of Courage out of fear, realizing, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think
that's funny and unfortunate waste of time.
Yeah, so both racers going in, finding the mana, and taking it and thinking, no. Which I can understand in Flag's case after taking such a heavy dunk in the arena, but it's a tricky call. I think I'm personally keeping the courage as well. And if Flag Tuff to the torch.
Oh, if I was Flag, even after taking that hit, I would have gone back to mana, and as we see there, would have paid off with a nice heal spell as well. Oh, Flag missing the fireball on the king. That's too bad. Oh, there's a nice little build, though. We got a rocket build. The titanium rapier with the 5 damage lunge is real nice. Wonder if Flag's regretting that choice or not. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he will too much. I think courage, like Jack was saying in chat, courage is definitely safer. The 3 damage, the safety lunge, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't take the rapier if I was in these guys' situation, just because I'm a bit of a baby. But yeah, like this is just super spooky. With no armor, I'm not all about this at all.
And no torch for Flag, so you don't know what you're zipping around the corner into.
Exactly.
Which, we've seen a few deaths, even in one of the most recent races. Oh, a little bit of cold damage there for Flag. In one of the most recent races there, we saw the blunderbuss used by Cyber. I don't know if you watched that.
I saw that.
That was 3 enemies ganging up all at the same time, if you include the wall pig, of course. But a wall pig, 4 if you include the wall pig, because it was what, a telemage, a wall pig, a confusion lich, and then a goblin bomber.
Yes.
All teaming up to kill him in like basically 3 beats.
It was the quad
3 very rapid beats.
The quadfecta.
Quadfecta, indeed. Yeah, that was spooky.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tufwfo does have a substantial lead here, both with pretty identical builds at this point.
Yeah.
It's just Tuff's going a little faster.
Yep, just that
Probably
little
that arena, if Flag didn't do that arena, which he ended up not keeping the ring anyways. Oh, yeah, I guess the torch, which, of course, is what Tuff got in the arena. Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, this, again,
Be
like,
careful
that's
of that
the
blue
exact kind of situation, which is why taking courage, or taking, like, a rapier with courage in Zone 3 is so spooky when you've got no boots, because you will get... You'll get affected like that. If you have explorer's boots, then the coals don't hurt you.
Or the coals, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and
then you
Tuff
have ice
being
as well.
pretty ballsy there, bashing through. I mean, he does have a potion, so fair enough. He also has some chainmail, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Flag doesn't opt for any of the... he could have got a torch there, opts to not take it, just wants to go fast.
Yeah.
Gets telemonkeyed into pretty much nothing, but finds a basically second potion. Nice fireball on that poltergeist there.
Oh, I think he really wanted to take that telemonkey, but kind of
telemonkey.
messed up the timing.
Yeah, it got wall pigged. So there really was no way to go about that.
Okay, I think if you're Flag, you just have to start blood magicking, maybe? No, okay, he gets away with it.
Through. Yeah, that was very nice. Yeah, as long as you're killing an enemy, you're safe with that Ring of Courage. It is super strong. Oh, I wanted to go back to something Crow said in chat about saying that the Ring of Courage really doesn't need the +1 damage. It didn't have the +1 damage when it first started, but what happened was people were so bad at it, and it got... Well, I think it was back when it didn't save you. It just lunged you, so it was like for speed. And people complained a lot about it being too weak, and so it was given the +1 damage.
I still don't think it's too strong either. I just think there's a lot of rings that are totally garbage.
It's a nice technical ring. This is not nice for Flag right now.
This is the opposite of what you want to do. Okay.
Drained all his health. But that need potion... Oh, what? And he's only got 3... This is rude, game. Okay, he let the nightmare... Whoa, careful. He let the nightmare open that wall, but that goo basically prevented him from any sort of dig, and he doesn't have extra bombs. But it may not matter, as Tuff is now looking to tie this up 1-1.
Yeah, Tuff's on the Necrodancer fight, 2 hits down. That Zone 4 was really messy for Flag. He lost a fair bit of time. The Zone 3 wasn't much better either, unfortunately. This Dead Ringer is off the rails. Basically as off the rails as you can get. Oh,
yeah,
this is spooky.
Now that...
Dad, no!
Oh,
Daddy,
the
no!
crisscross of death. I don't know if you've got that gift, but if you do, you should slam it.
I do. Let's slam it. Let's do it.
All right, Tuff wins one. Flag dying to Dead Ringer, trying to catch up desperately, but not able to do so. The Courage battle, and the thing about Courage is it's kind of a bit of a skill threshold. Courage is very difficult to use, but if you can use it right, it is so fast and so strong, and that's where a lot of the top racers. It's sort of almost like a step, like a... What's the word? Discrete step up in ability and speed.
Yeah,
if you can manage that step, you've
kind of climbed to another tier.
Exactly, yeah. And so Tuff managing a little bit better with that Courage build. The reason probably why I would have gone with mana is being behind and also being personally not comfortable, super comfortable with the Courage. Picking up a mana and hoping for maybe another mana shield would be good. Mana freeze. And he would have had mana heal, mana fireball, which is quite good.
Potentially, yeah.
Think of all the fireballs you can launch with that mana heal as well.
I think the main issue with that run was going to the rapier, because Flag just looked super uncomfortable with it. and spent, like I said, a lot of time in Zone 3 and Zone 4. And again, neither racer had boots, but Flag definitely didn't handle it quite as well as Tuff did, unfortunately.
Yeah, that ice is tricky with a rocket build, that's for sure. All right, we are off race 3.
Yep, gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, this one will matter quite a bit. I mean, for either racer, at this point, we're trying to scrape together the last remaining points of the regular season. Flag sort of, I was going to say misplaying, but he actually utilized that bomb trap in a nice way. Tuff going to be using this gold dagger to open a crate and find more gold.
More gold, no problem.
Hooray!
That's what everybody wants to see in crates, more gold.
Although early gold dagger is quite good. I know Pantslore is one who, careful, Tuff. Pantslore is one who really gets that gold weapon early and utilizes it to its full potential.
Yeah, it's one of these...
And we might see some racers trying to mimic that.
If you see a free gold dagger or gold spear early, I think it's a pretty obvious you take that over your base dagger.
Yeah.
Shrine of No Return here.
Spooky for Flag. He's going to be down to half a heart picking up this glass rapier. And does bomb for the charm. I don't mind that. We're going to see Tuff do the same.
Oh, dear.
Or not. There he goes. Now, Flag actually took a lot of damage from a headless skeleton body bouncing back towards him.
Yeah.
Which is another pretty unfortunate way to go. Because all the bounce traps look very similar. If they're like different colors depending on the direction they bounced or something, it would be so much easier. But you have to really focus on them.
Flag can kill that shot, but he's just not going to. I'm not sure if he realizes how to do it. And I was talking to Spooty about this yesterday. People need to learn their shop kills. People seem to learn the one shop kill with 2 bombs, and then they think, oh, I don't have 2 bombs, I can't kill the shopkeeper. I think he had more than enough damage to do it, especially with the war drum. Bomb once, move back, hit your war drum, and hit him. In fact, I'm not sure if he needed the war drum with 5 damage. I can't remember if he's left with 5 or 6.
You get the war drum from the shrine. But if he needed, no, he has 5 damage up close. So yeah, he could have just done that.
Yeah, so a really unfortunate one there, missing out on courage, which, okay, to be fair, is super spooky, but yeah.
Yeah, it was courage, and it was a glass torch, which could also be quite good for mapping, especially since neither of our racers currently have any type of mapping. So
exactly that courage with that blood rapier might have been pretty nice as well. 2 and 3 damage. A little bit of
might have been worth swapping, a little safer. Especially if you're at half a heart. I rocked a build last night in the Necrobot races afterwards. That was basically a blood drum and a blood flail, and it went pretty well. I did die ultimately in 4-3, but I was at half a heart for the entire run, and it went very well because you're one-shotting everything. It's very safe. I think it was Spooty who said it recently. No, it's quite safe. When you have a very good offense, it makes for a pretty strong defense because you're killing things so fast. Like even like those, as we're seeing here with the high damage, you're seeing those dirt golems just go down 1 shot. Mini bosses going down 1 shot, death metal 1 shot. Like all the 1 shots just mean that you're not going to have to futz around with these enemies that much. It's really good.
Yeah, that's totally fair. It's totally fair.
I have to say, these seeds have been very high-level seeds. Like, they're requiring some high-level play with a lot, like rocket builds. We're seeing now this wacky phasing, leaping, glass rapier, high-damage build.
This is an excellent
very
meme
bizarre.
Build.
It is quite the meme.
I think, you're taking the Obsidian crossbow. You take the Obsidian cross, man, that is risky.
You can get yourself stuck in or out of a wall if you're doing phasing with those crossbows pretty easily. You want to be pretty maneuverable, in my opinion, when you've got phasing. Though to be fair, well, this is really bad for Flag. No, he can go right and he can scoot around. No!
Down he goes.
Went right. He could have gone down and around. I think that would have worked. That is unfortunate. And just getting stuck in the wall with the phasing.
Yeah, another one.
Now, he had a monocle, I believe, so that's part of the reason that happened. So, phasing with a monocle. Now, he did take the phasing after the monocle, so I can't give him too much of a hard time, but that sucks.
I would probably give him a hard time for taking the phasing, in all honesty. I think it's one of these items that's similar, like, people just know, oh, that's fast. And then
I think
they just
phasing's got a lower skill cap than
with
courage,
no torch
personally.
When you're going into zone 3. I don't know. I don't think that's the best decision. But
I'll give you some credit there. That's true. Also, yeah, as Frax still said, you could also just burn a beat when there's a a poltergeist chasing you in the wall. I'm sure he was just 100% spooked out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you could just burn a beat and it'll come up next to you. Although the tricky thing is if you're next to an indestructible wall and this is so rare, but I've had it happen a couple times. If you're next to a wall and you hit a poltergeist and then it is supposed to teleport to the other side of you, but if there's an indestructible wall there, it just doesn't even really move. It just stays where it is. Sorry, my brain got thrown off the rails there because I noticed that Flag is harping on me for saying that there's a skill threshold with the Ring of Courage, and he was the one who lost that last race. I'm sorry, Flag.
I certainly don't think it was meant as anything like personal.
No, I'm speaking in generalities. That's funny.
So this
Blast Helm pickup's pretty good. I mean, I don't love Blast Helm in the with the Ring of Phasing because it can be tricky trying to get out of the wall. Or if you get out of the wall, you might be kind of exposed. But if you don't have a torch, it's actually a lot safer because you're gonna clear away a path around you for a bit.
Yeah, you got to give yourself some kind of safety with phasing. With no torch, it's just I hate it so much. Oh, yeah. There's a potion
he makes himself a potion,
Tuff.
Which is definitely safety. And I imagine if I were him, I'd be just running around the outside looking for the shop. I mean, why not? Well, there it is. But you might as well, right? Like,
yeah,
then you can get yourself a torch. Possibly.
Ooh, that's okay.
That
he has the
though.
potion, so it's okay-ish. But there you go. There's your torch.
All right. So things are a lot safer for Tuff. Oh, leaping phasing. Now you just need the Miner's Cap for optimal memes. That combo, the three of those items all combined, is the weirdest ways
so
that
strange.
This game... You make a little checkerboard of the walls. It's pretty funny. All right, well, he's got 5 bombs, so you could just literally kill everything with bombs if you wanted to.
Seems to be super... Tuff seems to be super against blood freezing, which I'll be... just that's fine. Just hand him the wombo combo in 4-3, no problem.
I mean,
fine.
It would have been worse if he handed it in, 1-1, but... But yeah, I mean, that also, as you saw there, trivializes golems, which is quite nice. So those golems don't cause goo in the walls, obviously. Even going to kill that leprechaun, that was kind of funny. Cute little maneuver.
Just gotta get him.
Keep the phasing, though, because remember, the Necrodancer fight is a lot easier with phasing.
Significantly easier. You only need 1 bomb. There are basically no spawns. We're going to see a quick dead ringer here from Tuff. Oh, we're going to see a loss of a potion as well.
We're going to see a drunken potion.
Yeah, that's not how you do that. But he's down onto the Necrodancer fight, just gonna jump straight through the door. It gets me every time. It's so silly.
It's pretty good. Also, Flag doing a YOLO teleport in Zone 3, the very rare YOLO teleport. Things are full of enemies here. But with the Whip Courage, it's actually kind of good. I know Whip is a bad meme, but 3 damage Courage Whip is good, except for it can be real bad with Death Metal, with those beetles. Because the whip. But doesn't matter. Tuff takes it. So an unfortunate death from Flag leads to a 2-1 victory for Tufwfo. GG's.
Yep, GG's.
So our next race is going to be Invert Squega.
But Flag with a pretty good catch up there with the titanium whip and the Ring of Courage, but ultimately just fell